Well, good afternoon and welcome everyone. Today's review has now brought us here for an extremely special and somewhat exclusive up-close and personal encounter with the highly unique and highly desirable 2013 Nissan Juke NISMO. Now, our vehicle today has been graciously provided by the newly redesigned Texas Nissan of Grapevine, which, as you can see, their new facility here has undergone quite the transformation within the recent months, much like the all-new Juke NISMO we'll be seeing today. And as always, their dealership is located right here in the heart of Grapevine, Texas. And now, with all that being said, this is going to be a complete and in-depth review of the new Juke NISMO, and this does entail a complete startup and overview of the engine, as well as a good look at many of the unique and notable styling cues and multiple technologically advanced features, technologies, and creature comforts that now make up this new performance-oriented version of one of the most unique vehicles that Nissan has created to date. And so, bearing all this new information in mind, let's go ahead and climb aboard and we'll check it out. Now, the Juke NISMO is available in a very limited selection of colors. The one we have here is Nissan's brilliant silver metallic exterior, but for other available options you also have the deep black sapphire metallic exterior and a standard glacier pearl or pearl white exterior as your available color options. As you can see, the exterior is also accented in a plethora of dark red exterior trim, signifying this car's NISMO heritage. Now, one of the available options for this particular vehicle is Nissan's Intelligent Key, which simply provides complete remote-free access into the vehicle along with a standard push-button ignition. Gaining entry into the vehicle is as simple as having the key fob anywhere on your person, such as I have it here in my pocket. And as you just saw just a moment ago, we just unlocked the Juke, and both the locking and unlocking is done through the small black button here on the side of the door handle. To lock and unlock, simply press it once. 2 beeps indicates locking, and 1 beep indicates unlock. And if you were to hit the button twice in a rapid succession with the vehicle being locked to start with, the first beep would indicate the unlocking of the driver's door, while the second beep would indicate the unlocking of all the doors. Now, the Juke NISMO, to set it apart from your normal everyday Juke, be it S, SV, or SL, is outfitted with a NISMO-specific charcoal black leather and micro suede upholstered interior. You've got bright red perforations in the center of the seats and in the headrest. You've got your red accented tachometer, signifying again this car's NISMO heritage. Our particular tester today has the standard 6-speed close ratio manual transmission. And being that it has the manual transmission along with the intelligent key to start this vehicle, all you have to do is have the key fob anywhere within the vehicle, then depress the clutch and put your foot on the brake for a safety's sake. Make sure the car is in neutral and the e-brake is on. And once you do all of those things, simply locate and hit this red accented engine start button to fire up the engine. And instantly that direct injection turbocharged 4-cylinder bursts into life. To make the NISMO Juke more sporty than the average everyday Juke, it's been outfitted with a very tight power-assisted steering system. Very much a point-and-shoot steering system, but allows enough of a fluid motion to inspire a little bit more confidence when pushing this car into bends. Now, this car is available in front-wheel and all-wheel drive. Our particular one is front-wheel drive, so the steering is a little bit more fluid than if you would have an all-wheel drive vehicle. The steering wheel is a combination of leather and the micro suede materials at your 9 and 3 o'clock positions, with your dark red stitching going around the interior rim and a small red NISMO stripe at the uppermost portion of the steering wheel. Now, the NISMO Juke, much like the S, SV, and SL trims, is available with 2 signature transmissions. Our one that we have here is the more preferable close ratio 6-speed manual transmission. Very close ratios in all the gears, somewhat long throws as far as performance-oriented driving would go, with a shift knob wrapped in the beautiful black leather, along with the red accent stitching, and it's sort of a carbon painted topmost portion with your standard H gate. Putting it in reverse is simple as pulling up on the collar, all the way over and up. And with this one having the available technology package along with Nissan's Icon system, which we'll show here in a minute, it is available with a reverse backup camera. The emergency brake is a little bit of a pain to get to if you have your driver's armrest here, but you can just simply lift that out of the way. Only the driver's side window is automatic in both directions. And when you close the door with the vehicle's key outside of it, you notice that it chimes a couple times, signifying that it's lost detection via intelligent key fob. Now, the standard Nissan Juke has a direct injection 1.6 liter double overhead cam 16 valve inline 4-cylinder engine equipped with both a turbocharger and intercooler. The standard car puts out 188 horsepower and about 170 pound-feet of torque. For this Nismo version, Nissan has gone back to the drawing board. They still have the same 1.6 liter dual overhead cam 16 valve inline 4-cylinder that you find in the standard Juke, along with the direct injection and the turbocharged and intercooler system, but this one now develops 197 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. Torque can be had as low as 2,000 RPMs with very little lag, and the high power output comes in at around 6,000 RPM. EPA fuel economy estimates for the front-wheel drive Nissan Juke NISMO are around 25 to 26 miles per gallon in the city and about 37 to 38 on the interstate highway on recommended premium unleaded gas, as this is a turbocharged power plant. You can see your turbo right there on the back of the engine as well. And as you can see, once the vehicle started up, your lower LED daytime running lights have already illuminated. They're more LED daytime fog lights, but they're considered daytime running lights. And let's see about a few revs of that 1.6 liter turbo and see what kind of soundtrack she produces. Definitely a beautifully sounding motor. Definitely has a racy feel to it, although the revs do take a bit of time to come all the way back down. Beautiful, all the same. But now with that in mind, let's go ahead and turn on the headlights. You do not have the option of them being automatic. The fog lights, as you saw before, are already automatic, as well as turn on the hazard lights as usual. And now let's take this unique opportunity to explore the exterior of the Juke NISMO. By now in the United States and overseas as well, it's become quite apparent that the Nissan Juke definitely is one of Nissan's most creative and unique inspired designs. The Nismo version gives drivers that little bit more of a unique edge over the standard car. Illustrating the point are some of the exterior styling cues, such as the new black tinted turn signals, your gloss black painted front exterior fascia, with a lower Nismo inspired body kit, of course, you've got your dark carbon gray and red stripe down below. You notice the LED fog lights automatically turn off when the headlights are switched on. Now, to some cases, many people may call this car things like the Nissan Juke or say that it looks like a frog. But in all opinions and all variant aspects, the Nismo Juke definitely sets itself apart from the rest of the crowd. you can definitely see that this one inspires a little bit more confidence and inspires the younger buyers to think that it actually is a performance vehicle, which it actually is in both front wheel and all-wheel drive figures. Now for this Nismo version, Nissan has also included this upgraded set of 18-inch painted aluminum alloy wheels wrapped in Continental performance tires measuring 255/45R18. Got this beautiful dark black finish. Again, you can see an extension of the Nismo body kit running along the rockers there. Your Nissan dealer installed stripe with integrated logo. You can also see more extension of the dark red paint here on the mirrors. These are standard Nismo mirrors, or at least the standard Nismo exterior trim. Now, although our tester today does not have one, this vehicle can be had with a power tilting and sliding sunroof. Now, I do stand corrected on the miles per gallon figures. This one gets about 25 miles per gallon city and 31 on the interstate highway. Now, these figures do depend on how you drive and also how well the vehicle is maintained. You can also see it received a relatively nice 4 out of 5 star crash test rating for overall vehicles, depending on your crash test ratings. But these are rated by the IIHS. You can see here at the back that Nissan has actually finished off the Juke NISMO with a very nice whale tail style spoiler going across the top portion of the rear trunk, as well as the finishing touches on the Nismo body kit with the carbon gray rear diffuser, nice much larger exhaust tip, creating a beautiful growl, and just a lower extension of the vehicle overall. By all accounts, this is probably the rarest version of the Juke that you will ever find. Sure, you can find your S, SV, and SL in dealership showrooms anywhere, but very rarely do you find a car that looks like this. Combining the fun, youthful image of the Nissan Juke with the pretty much infamous name of Nissan's most famous tuning department. Now, one of the most interesting things, at least to this set of eyes, is the location of the rear door handles. Instead of down here on the wheel arch like you might expect on some smaller vehicles, such as you have on the front door, the ones for the back door are right here on the back. You can see they just pull like that. It's been a long time coming having us find one of these vehicles. They were so popular when they first came out, and they still are to this day, especially with the popular 6-speed manual transmission. And it really is a true pleasure to finally get a hold of one of these. Especially in such a brilliant color. I mean, sure, you have your everyday black and white, but the silver really sets this car off. Unbelievable. So viewers, now that we've seen a full walk around of the exterior of the Juke NISMO, let's take a better look at the NISMO interior. As I said, Nismo has added their own specific touches to the standard Juke's interior. For instance, upgraded materials such as the micro suede bestowing multiple portions of the vehicle, including here on the door panels, an extension of the metallic black here on the all of your electronic switches, and of course those body-hugging suede and leather-wrapped seats put specifically in this car. Now, our vehicle also has the upgraded navigation package that you saw before, which includes the premium Rockford Fosgate stereo system. And as you'll hear in a minute, it really can rock your eardrums. But as you would expect in a vehicle like this, you do get plentiful amounts of powered amenities, including power door locks, which will automatically not lock if the vehicle's door is open. And also, if it detects that you have locked the key within the vehicle, it will automatically unlock, basically preventing you from locking your keys in the car. Automatic window locks. You also have your automatic up-down driver's side window. The rest of your power windows and your power mirror switches located to the left of the steering wheel. Also have your famous traction control button here. Might not want to turn that one off with as much power as this thing has. And also, both seats, driver and passenger, are manually adjustable. Now, stepping in, the first thing you notice is these seats. Like I said, the seats in this car are just incredible. They hug you in all the right places. The thigh support is incredible. My legs feel like I'm being cradled in some sort of sling, which definitely is not a bad thing. But the best thing is your rib support. These bolsters here are not too intrusive for someone especially of my stature. I'm about 170 pounds or so, and I fit like a glove. You can see how thick the bolsters really are with the Nismo stitching up top. Again, the perforated red inserts in the top, but just unbelievable amounts of grip. But definitely they will give. They are not like some of those carbon fiber racing seats that you might find in some tricked out GT car. This is a definite tuner version of one of the most unique cars that Nissan has made. Now, sitting in them, they are a bit firm. They will probably soften up just a little over time, but at the same time, they are just incredible. And once you look at the rest of the interior, you pretty much are looking at what you would find in a standard Nissan Juke. You've got nice hard touch materials here. They are plasticky, but they're not the worst thing in the world. Again, the leather wrap portion of the steering wheel with the micro suede. Nice big thick grip extensions up here at your more 1 to 2 o'clock and 11 and 10 position. Just absolutely incredible. And footroom as well is actually quite nice. I mean, the seat is not exactly in the most optimal position for me, but even with the seat scooched back just a hair, locked in place, my feet can reach the pedals with absolute ease. The gear shifter is right within reach. And I mean, I'm at arm's length here, and although it does have a tilting and telescoping steering wheel, well, at least tilting and at least tilting for now, it pretty much just offers absolutely excellent driving characteristics, and especially driving dynamics. It's absolutely a one-off car. Now, here in the center, things are actually not as clustered as you might think. Sure, you have 2 LCD screens, the first of which belongs to your radio, navigation, active traffic, XM satellite radio, and so on. But the one thing that Nissan really is proud of is their icon system, which basically this screen here allows you to toggle between your climate controls, such as you have here. You notice all the buttons change so that you can immediately access all of your climate controls. You have climate zones over here on the right, including front and rear defrost, air conditioning, circulation, your defrost mode down here, turn it off, introduce maximum AC, push the left button to turn it into auto mode, and you also have your fan speed setting. But watch this, hit the D mode button, and instantly all of the buttons change. Now, I have absolutely no idea how they do that, but they basically turn so you can change the car's driving dynamics overall. Right now we're in normal mode. The normal mode basically means that the car is going to be driving as it would normally. Now, for those of you who like fuel efficiency, there is the Eco mode, which you can see it limits your engine, transmission, and everything else to basically give you the most fuel efficient driving dynamics, and it can also rate you on a level of stars as to how well you're driving. But you push Sport mode, you get an awesome boost gauge, climate control, your transmission and engine throttle response timings. So all together, the sport mode is what's really going to bring out the best in this car. Again, increases your throttle timing, meaning it's a lot more sharp, it drives a lot better, probably increases the boost pressure just a little bit, or at least controls the turbo a little bit more, and probably gives you a nicer feel of the 6-speed manual transmission. Of course, you got a nice little aluminum Nismo badge down here, your iPod auxiliary and USB inputs down here, and also the signature power outlet, just accessed behind this little plug. And that about does it for the icon system. Now, I did mention that with the navigation package, you get the premium Rockford Fosgate stereo, and this thing can blow your eardrums out. Let me just see. It is an absolutely incredible stereo system. And you also have your standard AM and FM buttons, your CD player, auxiliary input, different seek and categories. You can go back to your navigation, set different destinations, map, and so on, your different vehicle setup, and your active traffic information screen. Tells you about all the different delays and things like that that are around your area. Just flip it back to the map here. And there you go. You've also got your onboard Bluetooth link with this little thing up here, your inboard reading lights, vanity mirrors. Very plentiful array of options, especially here on the steering wheel as well. You've also got your cruise control, which you can set via these toggle switches or cancel it via the topmost button. Your radio controls and Bluetooth button here on the steering wheel, and also the volume controls, and also your different source button up here on the radio. But also this little page, this little button right here, will allow you to change different things such as your miles per gallon, average miles per gallon, so on and so forth. Very simple to use and very easy to run. Just put that back in normal mode for now so we can drive it back. It's also got a nice little micro suede wrapped center console right here. Again, it can be a hindrance if you're wanting to use the e-brake, but why would you want to unless you're parking it? All around, it's definitely a beautiful car. Absolutely unreal. And with all of that being said, let's go ahead and turn off the engine. You can hear all the doors unlock when the vehicle's automatically switched off. Another safety feature, it will automatically lock the doors when you start driving and will only unlock them when the car is switched off. So with that in mind, viewers, let's go ahead and check out the rest of the Nismo Juke. Now, the Juke was definitely one of the most unique designs that Nissan has ever created. That is definitely no doubt. But in this car, they've gone a step further. Legroom is actually quite good, especially having my knees pretty much right in the driver's back, but they have thought about people, especially taller folks, in this car. You can see I have the seat in my driving position. It rakes back just to the upper portion of the headrest, and my knees fit quite comfortably. I mean, I'm not small, I'm about 6'1", but even headroom. You can see I have a little bit of headroom back here. Now, my head does touch the ceiling a little bit, but Nissan has actually raked the headliner back so that it actually raises up in the back for taller passengers. Now, the reason for all of that bass from that Rockford Fosgate stereo is hidden right back here in the back of the trunk, and it sits right there. That is a 10-inch Rockford Fosgate Punch subwoofer. It will rattle the absolute heck out of your spine and definitely out of the windows in this car. It's also got 60/40 split fold rear seats. Just pull up on the tabs. The seat just folds right forward, assuming your driving seat is in the correct position. Just folds all the way flat. Now they will fold all the way down, but again, with the seats in the way, it's kind of hard to do so. But the trunk space is definitely decent. You can fit a few suitcases and other things back here, all the same. Go ahead and put our seats up here. Again, manually adjustable seats for the passenger seat. Now, passenger legroom is also quite ample. This seat, again, is not in my normal position, but it's good enough for where we can stretch our feet all the way up under the heater, giving you nice abilities to heat your feet in the colder months, and definitely a nice resting position overall. The glove box is damped. It does fall nice and softly, but it's not padded or anything like that, not lined with felt, but it does offer a very deep storage capability. It goes a long way back. And there you go. Definitely one of the most unique versions of one of the most unique cars for Nissan to ever make. Absolutely unreal. Truly a pleasure to finally have the ability to see and drive one. So viewers, I hope you've enjoyed this rather in-depth look at the very unique 2013 Nissan Juke NISMO. Remember, these cars are very rare, so if you have the chance to drive or see one, please feel free to do so. And if you want to come take a look at this particular car that you see here, or any of the others that you may have seen in the background of this film, please feel free to do so at Texas Nissan of Grapevine.com, or come visit their location off of Highway 114 in Grapevine, Texas. Till then, guys, hope you had a great time. I'll see you guys later.